Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has backed U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs on countries sharing trade ties with Russia. Now, calling Trump's tariffs against Russian trade partners the right idea, Zelensky hit out against Moscow's energy trade amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. In an interview, Zelensky was asked about the recent meeting between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin at the SCO summit and whether the U.S. tariffs on India are backfiring. Zelensky said, and I quote, "I think the idea to put tariffs on countries who continue to make deals with Russia is the right idea," unquote. Now, U.S. President Trump has specifically targeted India for its oil deals with Moscow, doubling tariffs on most Indian goods to 50%. This includes an extra 25% duty on India's purchases of Russian crude. New Delhi called the tariffs unfair, unjustified, and unreasonable, arguing that its oil imports from various sources, including from Russia, are meant to meet domestic demand. At the same time, India and the U.S. remain locked in negotiations to strike a trade deal, with New Delhi reiterating that its national interests will come first. Zelensky's remarks in support of U.S. tariffs came just hours after Moscow unleashed more than 800 drones inside Ukraine. Zelensky said that leaders, states and institutions closer to Russia must face consequences, including tougher sanctions and stronger tariffs.
It is important that today there is a broad reaction from partners to this strike. Obviously, Russia is trying to hurt Ukraine, and the strikes are more sudden. This is a clear sign that Putin is testing the world, whether they will accept it or put up with it. Therefore, it is important that the statements of leaders, states, and institutions are followed up by strong actions, sanctions against Russia, against individuals associated with Russia, and strong tariffs and other restrictions on trade with Russia.
As Zelensky calls for more sanctions against Russia's trade partners, U.S. President Donald Trump once again claimed that he will get Ukraine war settled soon. Asked if he plans to speak to the Russian President Putin next, Trump said that he will speak to the Kremlin leader very soon.
Do you plan to speak to President Putin next? And what
Very soon, over the next couple of days. Look, we're going to get it done. The Russia-Ukraine situation, we're going to get it done. I have confidence we're going to get it done.
With Zelensky backing Trump's tariffs, countries bearing these levies find themselves in the spotlight. How this plays out in the coming weeks remains to be seen.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$1
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.